The society hypnotizes us into their own fears. We are told to be realistic. As we grow up, we realize that what dreams we thought or held dearly in our hearts start to fade away with time. Does taming our ambition for the sake of society always gives us happiness? Don't dream too big. Nothing changes. This is how the system has always been. This is the convenient script handed down to us by our exploiters, by our past generations, yada yada. The same society whom we listen to fails us on all levels. Okay, yo guys, namaskaram. So after a long time, I think after a month, I'm back again with a video of sorts. Okay, so this video kind of fundamentally talks, or let's say, kind of wishes to explore a line of thinking that I don't know, like some thoughts, particularly with the current trends that have been kind of going on recently, right? So, why is everyone so obsessed with always giving the right talk, the right solution? As humans, we are hardwired to always be the one providing the best solutions. We want to solve everything by giving cliched advice which we have picked up from our environment without understanding that the person in front of us might not be looking for advice but just someone to hear them out. The ironical thing is, when we go through a similar problem, all these solutions seem to vanish. We go to the rhetoric saying that I am different, nothing will work out for me, and get stuck in an endless loop of suffering and misery, taking days, months, and sometimes even years to come out of it. The biggest regret that most people have when they are about to die is not having lived the life that their hearts so dearly wanted. A lot of us are constantly stuck in this realm of overthinking about what might go wrong in the future or what might have been wrong in the past. We are unable to forgive ourselves for our past mistakes and just keep on waiting for redemption for our sins from the so called society. We want to be judged by our sinners. We keep living in a constant fear of what might go wrong. The society hypnotizes us into their own fears. We are told to be realistic. As we grow up, we realize that what dreams we thought or held dearly in our hearts start to fade away with time. Does taming our ambition for the sake of society always gives us happiness? Don't dream too big. Nothing changes. This is how the system has always been. This is the convenient script handed down to us by our exploiters, by our past generations, yada yada. The same society whom we listen to fails us on all levels. It expects us to follow their orders like perfect zombies. We all know the list, be it our healthcare, finding opportunities for our merits, or finding loving partners. It all looks like a distant dream. Is it too much to ask from the children of future to have a robust system that helps people to express their individuality? Not being in the right environment is somehow then termed as our problem by the same society that killed our ambition. It mostly consists of losers and hypocrites unable to take a concrete stand for their beliefs. Lately, I had picked up the habit of consuming a lot of news and started to live in so much negativity that it drained me out. We all have an implicit negativity bias in us, which is more like an evolutionary DNA that helped us survive and bring our species to this time, this day and age. News is the biggest dream killer since the people running these agencies only care about your attention since it earns them money and can concoct any lie that sounds catchy. It doesn't matter what may happen to the victim or the perpetuator 1 week or a month after, or even let's say 3 to 4 days after when they are not so much in the trending zone per se. No one cares to follow up. Consumption of the news, aka portrayal of a society or of a limited group of people where extreme events are prevalent, somehow starts becoming a problem. We unconsciously limit ourselves from the fear that what if something of a similar situation or event might happen to me. This is how we are slowly being drugged into being a mediocre person, living like a dead corpse or a zombie, unable to speak or do anything and being continued to exploit by our exploiters. These systems, which are created by our exploiters, are smart opportunists who want to ride the wave of time to further their own profits and interests for their own generations. What we can practically do that helps us to get out of this negativity is pick up something that helps us to instill courage in our own self, have faith and a hopeful attitude within our own lives and towards the future. Devoting yourself to the spirit of a god and acting from that core is how we will battle all this negativity. Now, if God sounds too cliched for an atheist, devoting yourself on becoming the number one in a field that your heart desires can also do the trick. It's perfectly okay, whatever path my life will take. I know that the hand of God is guiding me in the best possible direction that my life can possibly take. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, talks about focusing on the inputs and not on the outputs by backtracking from these events which seem out of control, that is, someone else's failed marriage, someone being deleted on the streets at night. We can always just take the lessons that seem practical in our day to day life and move forward and then just leave it at that. One example is from the recent trend of a lot of marriages being failed. So our thinking can be, an example would be like, okay, it looks like the traditional structure is failing and I will not enter into any agreements until I know the new rules of the game. Learning and updating yourself through studying real life case studies can help you to arrive at something that is controllable within your own hands. I will not rant unnecessarily, but will make it a point in my life only to consume things that are of practical value in my immediate environment. No unnecessary drama and cutting off everything that does not improve my immediate life in any shape or form. Persistence in the face of all challenges is the real cool thing which a lot of us lack and should strive to build. Persistence in the face of challenges, the spirit to not give up even when you're tired, is the quality that helps you break stone or find an alternate way to your destination. If extraordinary results need to establish themselves in your life, you need extraordinary behaviors and habits. Perception to perceive things differently from the same stimulus that is being provided to every one of us. The ability to say no and stand your ground even when it seems hard. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that every one of us is living in a narrative of sorts. The smart people understand that they need to sell us a narrative to control us. Instead of believing into other people's narrative, why don't you build one for yourself which serves you and helps you to contribute positively, at least in your own life, if not anyone else's life? Be adaptable and fluid like water. Don't rely on your past experiences to predict what will happen in the future. What may or may not happen is not in our hands, but the current action or input is definitely 100% in our control. Anyhow, this is a small video which I wanted to kind of make with some observations and insights. Let me know what you feel about it. And until then, this is Debashish Pindra from Debuki Dastak signing off. Cheers. Bye.